Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So picking up where I left off on my previous video, this is my 29-gallon Sailfin Molly and Swordtail community tank. And I just did a water change, and while I had my arms in the tank, I made some adjustments with some plants, and I cleaned that intake sponge on the hang-on back filter, so now the water is flowing a lot better. And I have put some food in the tank. So here is a Sarah Spirulina veggie tab. These guys are devouring here. And there's some chunks of rapashi food that I put in here. Here at the bottom, that was my cat's tail that just went across. Yeah, so when I did that water change, I added a bunch of root tabs. So a while back I got these root tabs from my aquarium box, 200 of them, so haven't really been using them, so I wanted to make use of them. And I spread 10 of them out in here. So I have 6 bundles, little bunches of dwarf sage. I put one by each of these. Actually one extra. But since I got this dwarf sage, hasn't really changed much. It's pretty much maintained. Maybe some new leaves coming up, but I have not yet gotten any runners from them. And I put a root tab under the Aponogeton alvaceus, which is almost down to nothing. Maybe that will re-innovate it, and maybe get some new growth. But this I had grown from a bulb. Like PetSmart and Petco's, they sell those packages of bulbs, among them Aponogeton alvaceus. So this grew from a bulb. It had growth all the way up to the surface, and then after a while, maybe not getting enough light, maybe not getting enough any fertilizer, it dwindled down to nothing. That was one of the 2 bulbs. I tried a second bulb, and that one never grew. But when this grew, it was pretty awesome. But now, let's see if we can get it going again. And I have a couple little remaining bits of Cryptocorn balancea. So put some root tabs under those. Hopefully can get those going. And as I mentioned, the bulb package, I just put this onion bulb in here, Crinum thyianum, I believe it is. So we'll see if that will grow from a bulb into a big plant. I'm not even sure if there's like an up top end or a bottom end, but you're supposed to stick them in like 3/4 of the way into the substrate, so there's a little bit of a behind this panicore door there. It's a nub sticking up. This is the last of my water wisteria, so hopefully I can get this going. It was just ended up floating at the top. I originally had these 2 Bacopa stems. The original stems kind of lost their leaves, but then little bits of new growth coming up there. But then I just planted these other stems. I brought those over from my 30-gallon Planted Live Bear community tank until I just stuck them in. Now I just threw them in this tank. Last time I did a water change from that other tank, I took some stems out and I just threw them in here. They were floating at the top. I just left them there until I was going to do water change on this tank while I had my arms in the water, so I just did that. I ended up sticking a little bit of guppy grass in here too. So see if that takes off. Just for the hell of it. See if how that does. So I'm still thinking I might get pearlweed to fill in around here. That was one of the original plans when I got this tank, and ended up going with getting some baby tears from my local fish store and filled that in, but that never didn't last, and eventually all just died off. I stuck in some water Sprite over here. For a while, like a while back, I put some stems in here and they were just floating at the top. But I wanted to have it stick in here and grow up from here. So I'm trying that again. This side of the tank does get a little bit of natural sunlight. So we'll see how that does, and I'm gonna try to add fertilizer too. So yeah. And we have just one of the, with the food out, there's one of the little swordtails. There's another one that's like maybe a month older than that one that's grown. And I think most of the swordtail females are gonna have some fry. I haven't had any swordtail fry, or I haven't seen any. I mean, not swordtail, Sailfin molly fry. They only have two. This one right here was born in here, and that black one. The Harlequin raspberries are looking cool, swimming all together. There's one that's kind of sideways and twitchy, wherever it is. I'm not noticing it here, but wherever it is, it's been like that for a while. There it is. This one, so it's been like that for a few months, so it's still getting by. Just doesn't look good. And I'm down to one mystery snail, this one right here. A while back, maybe a month ago, or over a month ago now, that I pointed out that